Good morning. Welcome to Monday morning's early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to get you started for your day and your week. And excuse the ratty t-shirt, but it's yoga morning. So once I get done with yoga, I think I have 3 clients today. So I'll spiff it up a little bit after that. But for right now, we're going with yoga clothes. So let us start with some breath. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good morning, Cindy. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good morning, Angie. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's starting to roll in here. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. One more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And I see I'm going to have to adjust my lighting a little bit because I'm getting a glare off my glasses. Well, I'll figure it out. I redid my entire desk. Dusty. So yeah, now we're back to nice and tidy, but I still have too many things on my desk, so I gotta pare it down a little bit more. We have today a card from the Wild Offering deck. Good morning, Janine. Welcome. Glad you're here. The deck by Tosha Silver that kind of mirrors her Outrageous Openness book, and it's a 52 card deck, giving it all to God. So spirit, universe, all is one, however you frame that up. If God works for you, fabulous, absolutely. And I want to again, as always, show you the back of the card. Ganesh, the overcomer of obstacles. Call on Ganesh energy when you're feeling stuck with something. And keep in mind, which we've talked about before, obstacles are merely opportunities on your way to where you're going. They may seem like impediments, but they're actually opportunities. So we want to embrace that, because that energy makes it so much easier to move through. I'm going to move to the side. There's my cool, clean water bag that I found as I was cleaning the other day. So had to hang that up so it kind of keeps us all in mind with clean water. And oh, that's interesting. So when my laptop screen goes dark, my glasses clear up. Interesting. The joys of technology. Our card for today, truth. And see all those cute little birds on there? I like this one. The artist on this deck is Katie Daisy, and I love all the drawings. So one more nice deep breath in just to open up to receive this message. Let it go. Truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. We've had that question a couple of times. How do you know when to say something and when to let something go? So her view is, when you turn it over to spirit, when you make everything you're doing an offering to the universe, you'll be shown, you'll be guided. When do you speak up? When do you not? Your words then come from the silence instead of from fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. And I don't know how many of you have had that experience or attuned yourself to that experience, but when you get passionate and you get on a roll about something and all these words come out, and at the end you're like, I don't even remember half of what I said. That's when you're in the flow. That's when you're being moved by spirit. So the more we can attune to that, align to that. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you putting up our words for today. The more you can align with that, the more on track you're going to be, and the easier it's going to be for you to know when to speak up and when to be silent. And I'm going to have multiple opportunities this week to do this. Most notably, tomorrow when we meet with the potential developers for the affordable housing project at the church, and there's going to be probably a dozen people in the room, and needing to discern when is it important to say something and when it is important to be quiet and listen, and when someone needs to be redirected a little bit because we have some ramblers to make sure that we get what we need out of this meeting. So that will be a perfect opportunity to practice this card tomorrow. And I always am practicing this when I'm working with clients. Again, I think I have 3 clients today, and each one is an opportunity to practice this. When is it most important for me to be listening? Listening. And when is it most important for me to say something? And when I say something, oftentimes, as succinct as possible is the best approach. Rambling on is not useful. So, there goes the garbage truck. Yay! So now we can fill the can up again. So, truth. How do you feel like you're doing on speaking your truth and on parsing your words so that it's direct and focused and not a rant, but well thought through sharing of words. And we all know that words don't always capture. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Words don't always capture the richness of what's going on within us, right? And sometimes I think it's important to say that. Well, I'm going to use this word, but I don't think it quite nails it. Just so you know, language is sort of failing me at this moment, but here's the best word I can come up with to describe that. I was also messing around with clearing some things off the desk, and one of the things that I did decide to clear was a 3x5 card that I have written with a statement on it that helps me address. Good morning, Peggy. Glad you're here. Welcome. Our card for today is Truth. Speaking our truth. A card that helps me address when I'm feeling unheard. When someone's cutting me off, when they're interrupting, when they've got their own agenda and I'm not feeling heard. I wrote out a little 3x5 card with the words that I want to practice using so that when the opportunity comes up, they flow very easily. The gist of it is I'm going to practice. I'm going to practice with you guys. You get to be my audience. The gist of it is something along the lines of, I'm feeling like you're not hearing what I'm saying, but I'm guessing that might be happening because you're concerned that I'm not hearing what you're saying. So I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to listen really closely to what you're saying now. And hopefully by the time we're done talking, I'll feel like I've been heard also. So we'll try it. We'll see how it flies. We'll see what happens with it. Might get some initial pushback. That's okay. Once it gets to be more routine and people know to expect that from me, I can then see who are the people who care about me enough, they're going to honor that we need to have the listening to each other and the space and the ability to speak our truth also. So, should be interesting. So that is our card for today. Truth. Do you feel like you do everything that you do, you say everything that you say as an offering to the universe, an offering to the well-being of others? It kind of to me it fits with that saying, is what you're about to say going to be kind, going to be, what are the other 2? There's 3. Kind, necessary, can't remember the third one. Cindy, do you remember them? But doesn't that speak volumes? So that you can benchmark, you can weigh against. Good morning, Sue. Glad you're here. Welcome. You can weigh against those principles, whatever's about to fly out of your mouth, so that you can decide, is this something that really needs to be said or not? And oftentimes, I'm going to suggest to you that it's or not. Reining ourselves in, loving ourselves enough and loving whomever we're speaking to enough to not say the stuff that really doesn't need to be said. There we go. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? That's it. Yes. That is it. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? And we can also do some differentiating on the true part. Is it true for us? Truth with that little t. Is it truth? Truth with the big T. To be honest, I think there are very few truths with the big T. But We like to believe that all of our truths with the little t are actually big truths with the big T. So assess that. Take a breath. Take a breath. Give yourself the pause. The pause, because once the words are out of your mouth, you can't take them back. You can't take them back, right? I did have my computer guy explain to me that my computer is now set for 30 seconds. So when I send an email, he was saying in terms of if I forgot to put an attachment on, or if I forgot to add something, I have 30 seconds to catch it before it goes. I also thought, how lovely, because if I get going and I send something, which I tend not to do, but I could recall it. I could choose not to send. I have 30 seconds to make a decision. Do I send this or not? How cool is that? Wouldn't that be nice if we had that on our mouths? 30 seconds to, nope, taking that one back. But we don't, so we practice truth. Kindly and lovingly saying what needs to be said. And again, in as few words as possible. We don't need to do a sermon. If you start seeing their eyes glazing over, you're losing them. You're losing them. So let's practice today. Speaking our truth, kindness, necessary. Those are your benchmarks. If it doesn't fit those, it doesn't need to be said. It doesn't need to be said. So have an awesome Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.